So the big thing coming up here on the market is going to be MLB The Show 21. It's a weird name, but it is what it's going to be.
Hmm.
Hands down is going to be probably one of the best sports games it's going to be the first real sports game for the new generation and really utilizing the new generation consoles. Um, but there is some like big stuff about it. One thing I'm super excited about is the creation of your own arena. Um, Something that's been in sports games off and on. NBA 2K20, I believe, had it prior. Issue was you couldn't take it into multiplayer, and it was always bugged. So you could
Hmm.
like create it the first time off, and then you never could create it again or recreate it or change it. MLB The Show 21 is bringing that to this market, which I believe is what it's going to be your first home court advantage, is what I'm feeling, right? Um, so it is going to be big. There's also
Now,
like big things
how will that
with it.
play out for folks with that home court advantage? Like if or
So,
so like you're just used to playing on that field.
well, and I mean everything will be changed. Like if you go to any ballpark right now, like if I go to Camden Yards up in Baltimore, I go to Nats Park in DC. Those are two completely different parks. Nats Park, brand new, kind of. I mean, to the baseball scene, it really is. Nice new facility, wall. The back wall is your big thing in baseball. Way back out there. Where Camden Yards is just an older field. It's built different. It's a really cool old stadium. So the fact that you can create your own, you get to make all those different adjustments. They are putting some restrictions in to make it where multiplayer is not going to be unfair. That's going to
Yeah,
be
where
their
you're
big
not like, oh, my home field wall is actually only 2 feet behind the pitcher.
right. And if you guys heard that, like Xbox, they're literally going to be on Xbox Game Pass, right?
So that's a big part of it too, is that it's a game that's actually made by Sony. It's a Sony first party game, but it's coming to Game Pass, and that's definitely stirred up a little bit of trouble. Like with folks on PlayStation, there are a lot of folks that feel a little jaded at the fact that like on PlayStation, if you want to play it day one, you have to pay $70. It's one of the new games that's $70 price tag for a brand new game, or if you have Game Pass on Xbox, which is $10 a month, or like if you have like the Ultimate, it's $15 a month, right, for live. You just get that game day one. And so there are a lot of people that feel like Sony has kind of like wronged them in allowing it to go over to Game Pass, and they really want to see it maintain like its exclusivity to PlayStation. Um, Raph, I know that you're a PlayStation guy. Do you wanna chime in on that?
Well, I think what I would like to add to this, not really referencing MLB in particular, but Xbox in the previous generation, I think, admittedly, one of the faults of the Team Xbox is that there weren't really a lot of console exclusives. And if there were Xbox exclusives, they were also with PC as well. So, and a lot of the really good games, a lot of them were on all consoles. So the fact that PlayStation had more exclusives and then everything else is basically available on everything kind of contributed to them winning the war. What I think Xbox is doing really good is they're really investing in that issue because they recognize that that was an issue last generation, like with their purchase of Bethesda. I think that's going to be really interesting how that plays out.